What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've shot one of these tutorial videos, but Troy and I have been in the throes of high school coaching and haven't had a lot of time, but I'm here today to go through a very specific topic that I run into a lot, and that has to do with timing, and more specifically, timing from your downswing and syncing up your downswing with your slide step. Sorry if you hear some music in the background. I got some AC/DC blaring. You've been but do the best we can with the sound. I forgot my normal mics. I've got a shotgun mic, so hopefully the sound is okay for you guys today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are on a quest to hit 5,000 subscribers, hopefully before the end of the year, and we're really close to that, so it would greatly help us out if you guys could hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment as well. We'd greatly appreciate it. With that said, let's dive into today's video. With coaching high school, we get a wide variety of skill levels of players, anywhere from bowlers who have some experience to other bowlers who have really never touched a bowling ball before. So we're teaching fundamentals to some, we're teaching just some intricacies of the swing to some more advanced bowlers, and then everywhere in between. But one of the most common things that we see are issues when it comes to timing, and most specifically syncing up that downswing and that slide step. What I see a lot of bowlers do is the beginning bowlers we see will just basically walk themselves all the way up to the foul line, stop, and then go in and swing. This is very common with a lot of beginning bowlers, and that's fine to start out, but we want to start getting the timing in so you can match up your steps. For even some of our more advanced bowlers, I still see a lot of them that they are getting to the line before their swing is completed to the top of their backswing. So what they're getting to is they're here and they're planting, doing this, and then really heaving. So what they're having to do is when you do that, you have to use a lot of upper body to get that ball down the lane. When you are planting first before you continue that swing, you're losing that forward momentum, and you make up for that by using your upper body to really heave the ball down the lane. So what we're trying to do is sync this up a little bit so that you can take advantage of that momentum of your body coming forward along with your swing. So what we're talking about is as your hand gets to the peak, as you have a backswing, you're going to hit a point where it's going to stop going back, pause for just a second, and then it's going to start to go forward. And it is in that moment when you feel that stop, this is the moment that is going to be the signal to your brain to go from your second to last step to beginning your slide step. If you go back here and you start to come too early before you slide, you're going to throw as you're sliding or even slow before you complete your slide. This is what causes some people to actually throw off the wrong foot. Similarly, if you start your slide too early, if I'm still moving back and I start my slide as it's still going up, it's going to stop, and this is what again is going to kill the momentum and cause my body to do more muscling than taking that advantage. So we want to really try to feel what that feels like for that to stop, then start to go. Now, there's a lot more to the timing than just that slide step. We have to take into account, which step are we starting our push away on? What does our push away look like? How high is our backswing? How many steps do we take? How long or short are our steps? How fast are our steps? We have to take all of that stuff into consideration with our entire timing. But we want to try to start, because no matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you start here, down here, up here. It doesn't matter if you're out here, or if you're here, or across this way. It doesn't matter if you're balanced in your left hand more in your right hand. It doesn't matter if you're cranking your wrist or not cranking your wrist. It doesn't matter if you push away straight, if you push away up, if you push away down. All of these things, there's reasons why we want you to do different things with those. But in terms of getting your timing right here, the rest of that stuff is just a mechanism to get you to the point where you are here and ready to push and slide together. So that is the most important thing. It's not that I don't care about your push away or how you start or any of that. I do care about that stuff. I just care most about whatever it takes to get you to this point so that you can get that timing right. And the best way to do that is through doing one-step practices. The one-step practice, what you're going to do is you're going to have your right foot slightly in front of your left foot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push away, not going to move your legs at all. As soon as you feel that ball stop the backswing right before it goes forward, that's going to be your signal to start your slide step. It's going to come down and start your slide step together. So with the one-step drill, we are going to start here and feel it stop. Stop and go. And as we're practicing this, it doesn't matter if you have strong wrist position, weaker wrist position, if your hand is on the outside of the ball, over the top of the ball, suitcasing it, getting inside the ball, the timing is still the same. And so no matter what you do, if you have a very weak wrist position right here, it's still the same thing. We're still going to practice when you're going to feel this and then go. That was me throwing the ball dead straight down the middle with nothing on it. That timing is the same. If you're a more advanced bowler and you're going to get your hand in a stronger position and even getting on the inside of the ball, it still is no different. When you get here and you work on that timing, you're going to feel it hit here and then you're going to go. Feel it hit and go. If you're left-handed, everything I'm showing you is just the opposite. Now I don't have a slide shoe on my right foot, so I'm unable to really do the full thing, but it's still the same thing. If you're left-handed, it's about coming here and knowing as soon as you feel that stop right there, that's the sign to then go into your slide step, timing that together. If you're two-handed, it's the same thing. Now, with two-handed, okay, your hand's not going to be back here, but this part of your arm is still going to be similar. It's just going to be instead of here, it's now going to be bent in a little bit so that your other hand can make contact with the ball. So when you're coming back with a two-handed approach, the timing is still the same. You're going to start here, you're going to feel a moment where it stops. It's going to come back and stop, and then start to go forward. So once you feel that stop, that's your sign to take your step. Stop, step. Now I'm just throwing a 9-pound ball because it allows me to be able to actually stop it here in midair and show you what it is I'm talking about with that pause. So you'd be doing this with your own ball. You don't have to practice with a lighter ball. But what you're able to do from the back view, again, this is going to be if I have a very weak wrist position and I'm just throwing the ball straight, this is what that timing of the one step looks like. That's the timing of syncing up that downswing with the slide step. So I'm going to do it with my own ball. So what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm going to start with the weak position, just really throw the ball straight and show you what that looks like. So that's the timing that we're going for. Now, if you're more advanced and you're going to be actually getting in a stronger position to hook the ball, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. It's important to do this one-step drill over and over and over again because you need to get that feeling of what it's like when that ball stops at the top. If you go too early, stepping too early, this is what it ends. So instead of coming here and stopping and then going together, this is what it ends up looking like if you go too early. You can see that's very off. Now, once you've done this over and over and over again and you feel like you've got a really good handle on timing that once you get to the peak, one step into your slide step, you now need to figure out how you can bring in the rest of your steps. And what inevitably happens is with a lot of the bowlers that we coach is that they can do the one step, but as soon as they go back and try to do 4 steps, everything is off again because they don't know how to start to get them there. And as I said, different things, whether you start the ball up here or down here, you push way up, you push way down, if you have a high backswing, if you have a low backswing, all of these things are going to impact your overall timing. And what I recommend you do is you bring it back one step at a time. So we go from a 1-step to a 2-step. In the 2-step, what we now want to do is instead of starting here and waiting till you hit that peak and then taking a step with the left, now we're actually going to cross our feet the other way. Step back a little bit. Cross your feet with your left in the front, and now as soon as the ball, you're going to start here. As soon as that ball starts to cross your legs, you're going to take your first step with your right. So your right is going to go as the ball's coming back. You're going to land here about the time that this hits the peak, and that's that timing of then taking in your power step. So the 2-step approach, you're going to take a little farther step back here. We're going to cross and take, as soon as it crosses, I'm going to step with the right. So if I do it this way, that syncs up the timing and it gets my timing so that as that second to last step hits, I'm reaching the peak, and then I can sync up the downswing and the slide step at the same time. So this is the drill that you're going to do over and over, much like the 1-step drill. You're going to do a 2-step drill with practicing as it's crossing, stepping with the right, okay? Now, I'm not getting my leg out. This is something that we would work on in posting the shot. Right now, it's just about the timing. When you're able to post the shot and you get your right foot out, if you're a right-hander, it's going to look a little more like this. Left-hander is going to be the opposite of that. Now, what if you're a two-hander? With a two-hander, we talked about the one-step drill is the same. When you get to your peak, then you're going to go down and drive. Two steps, the same thing, okay? Now, your steps, with two-handers, some of them have a hop step. If you actually have that hop step in there, then we actually have to practice here, starting here, and as you pass, you're gonna hop into it. So you're gonna hop into it and then go. If you don't have a hop step, if you actually take a full step over, then it's gonna be just like we had before, where you're gonna start here. As soon as that ball crosses right here, you're gonna take your step and then go. So if you do not hop step, it's going to look something like this. And again, I'm not a two-hander typically, so bear with me a little bit on the form, but your timing, your work, is essentially going to look something like this. Now, if you're a two-hander that does have the hop step, then it's going to look a little bit different. So now, you're starting the same position, but now as the ball passes, I'm going to begin my hop in and step. All right, so this is going to look something more like this. Once you get past the two-step and you've got that timing down, you bring in a third step. When you bring in the third step, now what we have to do is if we're going to take our second to last step, is going to be as the ball passes your leg. That means the third to last step has to be more when the ball's here. So when the ball's here, now you're going to start back with your left foot if you're right-handed. So you're going to wait till the ball gets extended, and then you're going to go 1, 2, and then drive 3. This is how you're going to get your timing down. So you got to take a little further step back again. And now, wait until the ball comes out. Don't start as you push. Wait till the ball gets to the end. As soon as you let go, that's when you take your first step of the 3 with your left foot if you're right-handed. So you're going to go here and 1, 2, 3. If you're left-handed, just reverse that. So if you're left-handed, you're going to be coming this way. Okay, now you're going to be going here. As soon as you let go to start that swing, you're going to be starting with your right foot. Push and then step as soon as you let go, okay? Right, left, right. If you're a two-hander, it's going to be, again, two-handed, right-handed, you're going to be starting with your left. So it's going to be coming here first. So don't go as you go. Don't step as you push away. Wait till you push away and then let go and go 1, 2, 3 if you hop step. Or push away, and then 1, 2, 3 as you go. So no hop step would look something like with a hop step. It's going to be very similar. Starting in this position, right-handed, two-handed, starting with our left foot. Okay, we're going to wait till we push away, then step. Push away and go 1, hop, go. That's going to get your timing down. Now, you bring in your fourth step. Now, in typical bowling, when we learn about timing, we talk about how the first step of a four-step approach, if you're right-handed, it's going to be your right foot, and it goes while you push away. Okay, pushing away with 1, 2 is as you're letting go is 2, as it crosses your leg is 3, comes back as you hit the peak, that's 4. That's what you're going to put together to get 4 steps. Left-handed, just the opposite of that. Okay, you're going to start with your left. So you're going to push away and left, 1, down, start to drop it at 2. It's going to cross 3. As soon as you hit the peak, that's going to be your sign to then drive into your slide step. I'm going to be a little farther away from the mic, so you may not hear me. So I'm going to do a right-hander's typical approach where I'm going to push away at 1 with my right foot. I could reverse that and show you left-handed. I'm going to try to throw one left-handed. I'm not left-handed. I am throwing a lighter ball, so maybe I can get the cadence down left-handed. But left-handed, it's going to be pushing away, stepping with your left foot to start. If you're two-handed, it's similar. Two-handed now, you're going to be starting, if you're right-handed and two-handed, you're going to push away and step with the left to start. That's 1, 2 is as you drop it, 3 is as you cross, and then 4 is going to be your your step. So two-hand or four-step approach, starting in your position, you're going to push away and step with your right foot. Okay, that wasn't the greatest balance. Again, I'm not a typical two-hander, but that was with the hop. Without the hop, it's the same thing. So the timing is all the same, pushing away at one. Now, you may push away differently. You may push away high, you may start up in a higher position, you may have a really high backswing, and that's gonna get things to be off a little bit. So what you have to do is just go back through your progressions. When you start with the one step, come back here and feel that, and then drive into your slide step. If your swing is way up here, wait till you're here, drive into that slide step. Okay, when you go in a two-step, you might not start it here, because if you start here, it's so high, you might already be beginning before you hit that. So if you have a really high backswing, you may have to change it a little bit and wait until you're a little further past your leg before you start that first step, and then go into it for the second step. So you just have to find where your second, counting backwards, where your four-step, three-step, and two-step begin, and where your hands are, with the end goal being you want your second to last step to land as you hit the peak, and then drive as the ball comes down. Get that timing down. So this is the ultimate objective that we're looking for when it comes to getting your timing down. And if you can get that down, you're gonna have a much more consistent release. You're not gonna be muscling the ball nearly as much. You'll be able to hit your mark more consistently. You'll be able to work on things with your hand release and try different things with making the ball hook more, hook differently. You'll be able to work on that stuff and be much more consistent with it. So give that a try. Hopefully that helps you guys out. If you have any questions, please leave some comments below. I'm happy to answer questions as much as I can. Again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys watching.